Hello, this is me again, Regina, live, not from the park, but from my office. I've just had a client, so I thought I'd pop in to carry on sharing my journey through menopause. As I said yesterday, the inspiration is an event that I took part on menopause last week, and also the incentive that BBC is giving to all women to encourage us, all women, to talk about menopause. BBC Breakfast did a segment, and this week it will all be dedicated to menopause. So I had this idea of doing the same thing, sharing my story to encourage and support women through menopause. So let's start from the beginning. Puberty. I learned just recently that there is a very big difference between being abnormal and unusual. So I start my puberty, I was very young, I was 9. And I remember my mother and grandmothers crying or feeling sad because I was so young. And I thought there was something wrong with me, and there wasn't. It was unusual, but not abnormal. So as I grew older, my periods got heavier and extremely painful. To the point that when I was in about my late teens, early 20s, I saw a gynecologist, and she did a bit of tests, and she found a cyst or several cysts in my ovaries. So she gave me some hormones to shrink the cyst so I could feel more comfortable. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. Nothing happened, and one of the cysts got a bit bigger, so I had to have it removed. The cyst, not the ovaries. Fortunately, as there is no history of cancer or women's cancer in the family, namely breast cancer or ovarian cancer or even cervical cancer, the cysts were all benign. And I carried on, still heavy periods, still very painful, until my mid-30s, when going through another checkup with the same doctor, she found cysts, this time in the womb. Another course of hormones to see if they would shrink and disappear. For many, many years, I was on this treatment, and unfortunately, nothing happened. One of them grew to the size of an orange. And as it was sitting on my bladder, I was not emptying my bladder as I should. So in my early 40s, 42, 43, I had a partial hysterectomy to remove the uterus. And to be very honest with you, I felt relieved. Very early in life, I chose not to have children, but when the uterus went, I felt relieved because it was always associated with pain. And coincidentally or not, I had my uterus removed. I had my hysterectomy in my early 40s. That's when women, in general, begin their perimenopause phase. So I was in the perimenopause when I had a hysterectomy. But I felt fine. I felt great. There was no pain. Every month, no pain. Yes. And I feel really, really fine until my late 40s. I was about 48, 49 years old when I had my first symptom, which was not hot flush, and also which I didn't notice. And funnily enough, my husband did. It was headaches. I rarely have headaches, even nowadays. I only have headaches when I have a very heavy cold. Usually I don't have headaches, and I've never had migraine in my life. So when I started to have headaches frequently, he noticed there was something not quite right with me, and he asked me to or suggested me to go to the doctor and check my hormones. To which I say, oh, shut up! What do you know about hormones? Shh. Mood swings, do you think? Absolutely. But I was still not convinced. I was beginning, or I was in a full-on menopause stage. But until one day I had the convincer. And I'll tell you what the convincer is, that I had to do something tomorrow when I come back with another live. So, ladies, if you think that this is helping and will help another or your friends, please share this video, this live with them. And I would love to hear from you. Any comments, or perhaps if you don't want to make it public, send me a message. Thank you for watching. I'm Regina. See you tomorrow. Bye.